So I would like you to welcome Master Sharon Lawrence. She has amazing healing stories where she learned about how to heal herself through the teachings of Dr. and Master Jigangsha. She's also a worldwide representative of Dr. and Master Jigangsha. Master Sharon Lawrence.
Thank you, Loveness. It's a delight to be here with you. I love you so much.
Oh,
Thank
I love you.
Thank you for having me.
I love you. I read the book by Master Shah, and I saw you and your family and a lot of stories of how you got healed, how you were healing others. I would love to hear the stories direct from you.
Okay, wonderful. So thank you, Loveness. Thank you so much. And thank you, Master Shah. I now have an 8-year-old daughter, but for many, many, many years, I struggled and tried to conceive and carry a child. So because I had systemic lupus, my body would reject and see the baby as a foreign object. And so just like when you get a cold or the flu, your body sends fighter cells out to fight off that virus, my body was confused and was fighting off the baby and not allowing the blood flow and all the good things that need to happen with the placenta to go through. So I miscarried. I was pregnant 3 times, and every time I miscarried right at 6.5 weeks. My whole life I had dreamt of becoming a mother. Since I was 2, I wanted to be a mother so badly. I loved children. So my husband and I decided not to do in vitro fertilization. He had a low sperm count. I was miscarried at 6.5 weeks. We thought it's best if we just keep trying naturally, because it was very expensive to do in vitro. It was like $25,000. And then with my miscarriage rate, it was a very touchy situation, but it was so deep in my heart. Was my biggest dream. And after meeting Master Shah, I started to see that maybe it could be a hope. Maybe I could actually have that hope of actually being able to carry a child. But I didn't have any attachment to it because I'd lost so much before. And with that loss was very deep pain. Even if you're only pregnant a short time, your love, all your hopes and dreams for that child, you feel it the moment you find out. And it didn't matter. When I lost my pregnancy, it was losing all the hopes and dreams I had for my child. So it was very painful to go through. And then having had it again and again, it was a tough experience. When I met Master Shah, I started doing the practices, and I actually, after receiving a special blessing that Master Shah was offering to bless my future life, my husband and I both received it. And 2 weeks later, we conceived Lily. And we were so happy. And my family had all asked me, don't tell us next time, don't tell us. It's too painful for you guys to go through your loss again. Yeah. So I said, tell us once you know it's going to last. So we didn't really tell anybody. However, at 6.5 weeks, I started bleeding again. And I was immediately in contact with Master Shah, and he offered a blessing for my pregnancy. He offered soul herbs to treat my baby, and he had me lie down flat. To lie down flat, just lay there, don't do anything but chant the soul herbs, hold an image of a perfect, healthy baby. Then he says, chant, perfect baby, perfect baby, perfect baby. Turn on the soul herbs and chant, perfect baby, perfect baby. Well, I did this. And not only did I continue to carry her, but I had the most beautiful pregnancy. I didn't have morning sickness. My worst side effect was occasionally I'd have to take a nap, which I learned to love.
So wait, you just said something really profound here. You're talking about soul herbs. Are you saying there is herbs physical herbs that you used, or? No. You're talking soul herbs, so they're not physical.
No.
Can you explain a little bit what that is?
Well, thank you, Loveness. That's a very good question. And there are herbs in the world, natural herbs, all sorts of them. And each of those herbs have a soul, just like I have a soul, you have a soul, a plant has a soul. These souls are here to serve. The purpose of life is to serve. That includes all life, including the plants, the herbs. And so what we can do is, because now we know about the power of soul, we know we can say hello to that herb and ask the soul of that herb to offer a blessing to me. And Master Sha, he is a divine channel, so he's able to tap in at a much higher layer than I am. I could talk to the soul of these herbs, although I didn't have a background in herbs, and he does in traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture. He's also a Western trained medical doctor, Western trained in China. So I learned from him that you can call on the soul of the herbs to heal you, and that each of these herbs has a soul in charge of all the herbs. It's like the mayor of the city. So these herbs will agree to work together to provide healing blessings for you, to heal whatever is wrong with inside of you, whatever is, wherever there are Shen Qi Jing blockages, soul blockages, mind blockages, heart blockages, matter and energy blockages inside the body. You can call on the soul of the herb to offer a soul healing blessing, receive the healing on the soul level first. Because Master Sha's theory is that you heal the soul first, then the mind and the body will follow. We hear a lot of people talk nowadays about the mind-body connection.
Yes.
Master Sha says, take it one step further. Heal the soul first, then healing of the mind and body will follow. And that's exactly what he did when he offered me the soul herbs. He sent them to me to work on me 24/7, but I had to chant to turn them on. And he had me chant, because when you chant, you become that. So if I'm chanting, perfect baby, and I'm seeing her as this beautiful, perfect, golden baby, then that is what happened. I was able to carry her. Yes.
That's so profound, super profound. I mean, it's hard to contemplate. It's like, but at the same time, it's really easy. Sometimes we think too hard to try to analyze things, but it's a matter of following just few steps from hidden treasures that's been hidden for thousands and thousands of years.
I would like to share with you the story of my mom's niece, because that was really profound. My mother was a nurse for many, many, many years, and she had fallen, and she had over the years, because she had systemic lupus, and with her falls and with all of her physical working and lifting patients, she had knee surgery twice on one knee and once on the other. And the last surgery she had, the doctor came out of the surgery and he said, there's just nothing left. It's bone on bone. He says, I did my best to clean it up. He says, you might think of it as like space junk. He's like, I pulled all the stuff that was floating around out. He said, but she's bone on bone and she needs to have her knee replaced. And we thought, well, perfect. Then my mom, who can't hardly walk a few steps without being in so much pain, she has to go sit down. That'll be great. But my mother said, no way, I don't want to have knee surgery. She's like, they only last about 10 years and they're very hard surgery to recover from. She's like, I don't want to have that done. Yeah. And I'm like, Mom. She's like, I won't do it till I'm desperate. I'm like, Mom, you're desperate. You can only walk a few feet and then we've got to sit down. And after meeting Master Sha, she met Master Sha at the workshop in New York. The very first weekend, he offered a soul transplant. So we talked about how everything has a soul. And you know how if someone's heart fails, you could have a heart transplant. If someone has liver failure, you could have a liver transplant. Well, Master Sha says you can change the soul of your knee. Your knee has a soul. And if that soul has been serving you for countless lifetimes, it's been used and abused in this lifetime over and over, that soul may be shriveled and weak. A soul, this is the only time people want to be happy, healthy, fat, big. Yeah. You want a big, healthy, fat soul, right? But when you're a knee soul like hers, they were kind of shriveled up almost like a raisin. They were really worn out. But what Master Sha does is he, the divine, has created brand new souls for him to transplant. So she received a new soul for her knee. And the divine created that in the heart of the divine. Master Sha transplanted it into her knee, and then the original soul of her knee was taken back to the divine to be nourished, to be fed and rejuvenated. So like, what a beautiful service is that, right?
I know. So is this where the RNA, DNA is being changed?
Yes.
Is that what that is?
Yes. So
yeah, because I'm still learning.
So she received the soul transplant for both knees. Wow. And my mom, 2 days later, they were going to New York and touring. And I'd already said, I don't know why you guys are doing this. She can't hardly walk. But my mom and dad, it was their first time in New York, and they'd always wanted to go sightseeing. Yeah. Well, my dad called me at about 4 o'clock that afternoon. He says, you're not gonna believe it. I'm like, what? He's like, you won't believe it. What? He's like, I can't keep up with your mother. He's like, I'm chasing her all over. We're going up and down the stairs, all over the subway. He's like, I can't keep up with her. And I was trying to absorb what he was even talking about. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, she's got these new knees. He's like, she's running all over the city. I'm like, she's not having to sit down? He's like, no, I can't get her to even slow down. She's literally running. A few months later, we went to my cousin's wedding, and my mom was getting a little braver. She bought a pair of really low, but they were high heels. They were low, they were only like 1 inch. Yes. And she's like, I'm gonna bring them to the wedding. I'm gonna wear my regular flat shoes. Yes. She's like, but I'm gonna bring these high heels. She's like, I'm just gonna put them on to walk into the wedding. And then I'll have my other shoes with me. Well, guess what? Yes. She wore them into the wedding, she wore them through the wedding, wow. Walked out of the wedding and danced for 3 hours that night. Oh, wow. And the whole time we're on the dance floor, my mom keeps coming up to me, she goes, I can't believe I'm dancing. I can't believe I'm dancing. And like an hour later, I can't believe I'm still dancing. It was so amazing. And this provided her such a huge increase in the quality of her life. And all she had to do to keep her knees healed and maintain them was to continue to practice, to say hello to her knees, to send love to her knees, to offer forgiveness to all the souls she had ever hurt or harmed, particularly in the knees, and forgive all the souls who'd ever hurt her, and then chant, offer service. Yes. And it's an amazing tool, but we have these treasures that we receive, and we practice with them, like turning them on, say hello to them, and practice, and the healing continues over time, and we continue to serve and to remove blockages. Wow. Awesome. So it's an incredible blessing.
Wow. Talking about the knee and all the injuries, you know, I'm here. I'm one of those people who got healed through Master Sha's teachings. I danced today. You saw me dance last month. I couldn't do that because I had an ACL tear and surgery, PCL tear and surgery, and back and hip tear. So I understand now how to love myself, love my body, and talk to my body and appreciate what it does for me. You know, all I did is clean myself, run on stage. I never talked to my body. Dear my body, dear my knees, you are the ones who makes me dance. Please, you know, you have the power to heal yourself. And I love it. You know, the way I wanted to be loved and be touched by someone, I do that to myself now.
Yes.
So I really understand this power of soul. Even if you're going, can that be true? If you are really going through something, you have nothing to lose here. Just give it a try, you know. See how you can get in touch with us. We have the master healers here, trained by the grand master of all, the grand master of many modalities, you know. I mean, the master that the world has been waiting for is here for us in this world today. Yeah? If Jesus was here today, wouldn't you want to be Jesus' student? Mm-hmm. I sure would. I'm here now with one of the best teachers. So I know that earlier you sang the Love, Peace, Harmony song. I wanted to kind of sing it in my language, if you don't mind. Can I sing it to you in my language?
Thank you.
For right now, I'll sing in my language. Love, Peace, and Harmony. Here we go. Ngiyayithanda inhliziyo nomoya wami, ngiyazithanda izizwe zonke, hlanganisa inhliziyo nomoya, thando lokuthula nokuhlalisana kahle. Thando lokuthula nokuhlalisana kahle. How? Thank you. Love you all for listening, and I love you, Divine Tao Source, all my teachers, Master Roger, Master Shah, Master Sharon, and all the other teachers that are out there busy helping us. They work tirelessly to help us, and they are here for you as well to come and learn how to heal yourself, how to heal every aspect of your life. And for right now, I just want to say thank you, Metro East Community Media, for allowing us to do this in this space. We really love you, and we will bring you again more good teachings later. And tell us about your husband's story.
Well, my husband's story, he actually has a couple, but I'll share, actually I want to share the story about his blood pressure. Michael had gone to the doctor, and they said his blood pressure was up. And he came home and told me, like, blood pressure up? Yours has always been rather on the low side. And Michael is a big guy. He's 6'2", he's a big guy. And his blood pressure had always been low, which was surprising for somebody so big, and he's a little overweight. But he came home and he told me his blood pressure was high. And so I gave him the practices out of the Soul, Mind, Body Medicine book to do for that. Plus, he received there are specific practices to do for several different ailments in the Soul, Mind, Body Medicine book. I want to point that out to everyone. You can get that on Amazon.com. Soul, Mind, Body Medicine by Dr. and Master Zhigong Sha. And in that book, he practiced the exercises to lower the blood pressure. Plus, he received a blessing from Master Sha. Master Sha asked, state your request for what you would like to receive a blessing for. He stated, I'd like to receive it for my blood pressure. That simple. He went to the doctor the next month and his blood pressure was lowered. And his doctor was wondering, like, did we start you on the medication? And he's like, no, we haven't started it yet. And he couldn't believe that his blood pressure was down back to normal after what he'd seen. And Michael maintained it. He even has the lab work saved for that. So again, talking to the soul, saying hello to the soul. I love you. The soul of your blood pressure. How many people out there have high blood pressure or low blood pressure? There are techniques in that book to help you balance both out. So
what was the book again?
Soul, Mind, Body Medicine. And you can find it on Amazon.com, on drsha.com. You can go to the store and find the book there as well.
Wonderful. Yeah. We love free things sometimes, don't we? This is something you cannot put a price on. Yeah. Something so profound. It can change your life right now. What I've learned in life is that, if you're a good child and you do good and you go to your mother and say, Mother, may I please have this? Usually they give you. So I'm asking Master Sharon to give us something awesome for us right now to heal ourselves.
Thank you. You know what I'd like to give everybody today is, remember I told you at the beginning of the program that I became a divine soul healer when I met Master Sha. I am a divine healing hand soul healer, which means the divine's blessing is in my hand and I can say hello to it and offer you a blessing with the divine's hand. And so I would like to offer you a divine healing hands blessing right now for your one request. So if you sit with your back away from the back of the chair, excuse me, that's best so that the energy can flow, the chi can flow. And if you place the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth but not quite touching, that also helps the energy to flow. And then close your eyes and state your name out loud to the divine 3 times. I say Sharon Lynn Lawrence, Sharon Lynn Lawrence, Sharon Lynn Lawrence. And then state what you would like to receive a soul healing blessing for. It can be for a physical illness, a body part, an organ, a system, your finances, your relationships. So I'll give you a moment to select your blessing while I say hello to my treasure. And then I'll offer the blessing and I'll sing my soul song again. So, how. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the beautiful thing about this gift is that anyone can apply to become a Divine Healing Hand Soul healer. So thank you, Loveness.
Thank you. I am a Divine Healing Hand Soul healer. So yeah, the Divine has done miraculous things using the treasure they transmitted into our hands to be able to heal others. You know, I've seen and heard stories from when they requested some healings from here. One of the most profound one is about my mother. Mm-hmm. She is alive today, but she almost didn't make it to this day. And one of the most recent story is a friend last month. Her father was he was in coma, and about 4 days later he's up. Right now as I speak, he's running, and
so fabulous,
amazing stuff.
So fabulous.
Thank you so much.